Hello everyone, John from More Than Dice here. Welcome to Hobby Streak Day 1605. Yes, that's quite a few. We've sort of busted the rules just a while ago, adding things that maybe traditionally you wouldn't add, but the idea is to keep your hobby going every day. Tonight, I am going to do something I've done once before and open up a whole bunch of these Battletech Clan Invasion salvage boxes. So, I got a whole case right here. Thanks, Discount Games Inc. for having these in stock at a solid price. Hey, Legion. I'm going to open these up, so let's just jump over to the camera here. You see I've already got my knife. Learned my lesson last time. We're just going to jump over here. Sorry if I'm a little slow. Sometimes I'm checking the cameras to make sure everything is good. So, just jump right in. I had a good haul last time. A couple duplicates, like I said. Get my mic more over to me. But still not bad. Boom. Cards. Oh, it is going to be, looks like a Kit Fox. Where's that? That might be a linebacker. Oh, that's a linebacker. Move it down a little bit for you guys. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Linebacker. Not bad. I do kind of like the roundedness, and the legs are a little better, I think, on the MWO version, but this isn't terrible. Tis okay. Kit Fox would have been iron now, but linebacker pretty solid. It's cool. Scale's pretty good. Let me grab my box over here for my standard scales, just so everyone can see. Where's my big boy? The Banshee is my big boy, so you guys can sort of see how he scales there. Then the Centurion from last time is a good solid medium scale. Then I will get a stand of elementals. Boom. And then some light somewhere. Let me just find a light here real quick. See if I can find like a Stinger or Wasp. I believe this one is the Wasp. So boom, there we go. Got some scale going for us now. So, as you can see by the scale here, it's since it's hunched over a bit, it's about the same height as the Centurion, but it's a bit bulkier. Obviously, quite a bit bigger than, quite a bit smaller, I guess, than the Banshee here is my Assault. That's the Centurion. Haha! Quite a bit smaller here, due to its hunched over legs and all, but still also a lot less massive than the Banshee. Then the Wasp, I believe it is here. Could be a Stinger. You can sell a little bit taller, even with its hunched overness, but definitely quite a bit more massive. And I could see these elementals jumping on for a ride on this guy, so that's kind of cool. It was not a duplicate, which is awesome. Go in there. Boom. I'm not going to look at the card first. That makes it kind of easy. Black Lantern? It's a Black Lantern. So we're getting those similar overly engined, not so much on weight for weapons clan mechs right now. Oh, my drink somewhere else so I can reach it more easily. Let's grab this guy. Both hunched over legs. This one's pretty similar to the MWO one too. Similar size. So I'm not a huge fan of the peg here, but that just is some ability to model. You'll want to hobby something there so it looks good. So it looks like you're stepping over something. Some foliage would be perfect or something like that. Just a little bit green. Then for scale, elementals. You can see some elementals riding on him. 20-ton Bit more massive, but not super more. Centurion. Centurion's a bit taller because he's upright, but I mean similar. He's a little wider. Definitely got those hips. Jesus. Then going for the speedy lance. I guess I am. Then Banshee, obviously not even in the same ballpark of size. Cool. I'm just pleased to get stuff I don't already have. It's clan mech time, apparently. It's a battle cobra. Welcome to the less heard of mechs all over the place here. And too much of this clan bullshit. Let's take a look here. No, not bad, not bad. An interesting... Oh, he's got... I can't unsee it now. This line here and these divots, he's got like a fucking... meh. Slightly upset face. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see if it'll... Get my hand out of the way, maybe it'll focus. You just get that sort of slightly frowny look. Alright, back to... Yeah, I can see a couple of them right. I don't know if you'd fit a whole star on. That'd be tough, but... Again, I don't even know what size the Battle Cobra is, for fuck's sake. I ain't even heard of this mech before. Similar in height, but obviously bigger. I would say, not knowing this is a medium. Still it's shorter, about as wide. The shoulders are a bit bulkier. Overall, similar size Centurion. Similar with those hips and legs. The linebacker is way bigger than it, and the kind of similar. If this is a light, this would be a beefy light, but I'm going to say medium, and obviously just because, like, yeah, no, not even any scale comparison there. I'm going to see if I can find in here what the hell a Battle Cobra is weight-wise, because I don't even know. I don't know. It's a sniper. Huh. Yeah, so that's going to be research for later. What the fuck is a Battle Cobra? I don't know. 40-tonner. Alright, so it is a medium, but it's a small medium. Felt like it was that size. This, like, at least the size clues are working, eh? Well, Sarna is, I believe, just about always correct, so... Oh. Now that is a Marauder 2. I know you say that might be a Marauder 2C, but you weren't here last time, Legion. I actually got a Marauder 2C. Which is... Not you. So this is the Marauder 2C. Not at all bulbous like the MechWarrior Online version. Get this stuff out here. So I can get this out of the way. Boom. And this is obviously a Marauder 2. Yeah, Marauder 2. Those hips, those things are fucking wide. It would have a problem with those arms. See, this one doesn't have a problem because the hips are a little further back, but still some problem there. But, I mean, not bad. It still looks pretty cool. Still gives the Marauder, but actually has a distinct look because it's got these fins. And the cockpit's quite a bit different as well. This one's very Marauder-like. Let's get that out of the way. Here, let's go for our size comparison. These guys look downright tiny, but shit, it's a 100-tonner. Again, height, still, like, this thing's only as high as its fucking waist. Way more massive. Centurion, getting to be similar height, but, I mean, this thing is way longer. Those legs are reverse joints, so they are way bigger than that. And here, like, it's in the ballpark. Like, overall massiveness, it's actually getting close. I feel like the Banshee's still a bit more massive, but... Nah, that's cool. It's got an inner sphere mech, goddammit. I think my first one was actually a good mix. It's just that it was like Centurion and Grasshopper, which I'd had already, were two of them, so... There we go. And Orion. An onion for you there. Oh, fuck balls. It actually says so on the top. O-R-N. They all say that. I might have to check at some point. I'll check the next one. So there we go. Proper heavy mech. The thing that's funny is this is a medium laser with missiles around it. This is medium laser, and that's its AC-10. Those are about the same size. I would have wished they'd made this a little more bulky or look more auto-canny. Like, I'm nitpicking now. This thing looks fine. This looks great. There's your scale comparison with elementals. Looking good. Our light mech. Yeah. You know, a good third bigger than it, or half again the size of it. As far as its size, it's about 2/3 its overall size. Centurion. Now you notice this, his AC-10 is a little bit bigger, maybe very similar, but in overall height's getting closer. He's obviously a bigger mech, well, obviously bulkier, and then the Banshee is a good head taller than him. Definitely way more massive. And I think this thing's an AC-5. That's a bit different size, so. But it is what it is. Not a bad pull at all. Orion was always one of my favorite inner sphere mechs, especially pre 3050 technology. It is a good solid mech. I'm going to say an Arctic cheetah because it says ACCH here. And it is an Arctic cheetah. It was that or an Arctic wolf, I wasn't sure. Arctic wolf was kind of on my mind because I was playing one. And these pods are very similar. But yeah, when you look at those, definitely Arctic cheetah. No, good variety here. No duplicates so far. I'll take 6 no dupes. Good, solid detail. Like, honestly, none of them have mold lines that really jump out to me or anything. I like that. Good look. Then here's some fun. No, I think this scale's pretty good. Those two scale pretty well together. He's a bit bigger. Like, size-wise, height, he's similar because he's sort of in a forward running pose. But, like, width, he is quite a bit wider and only about 5 tons heavier, so that's interesting. Centurion. Again, Centurion clearly bigger. But you can sort of get the scale there. This is kind of big for, that's why I kind of thought it was an Arctic Wolf too. Looking at it, because it's a bit bigger than you'd think for a light. And then obviously fucking out of the way pack. It's like half the height-ish. Enough to duck underneath these weapons and murder its legs. Does that give you any flashbacks there, Legion? And then I'll grab the Orion here because it's another good one. Good solid scale there. Like, I'll be honest, like, overall, even with a couple minor nitpicks, I think their scale's really, really solid. You can look at a mech and get an idea about the size of it. And I think that's more important than some arbitrary must be X height compared to Y mech. I feel called out. I mean, happens to me too, dog. I just... You're the only one here who plays MechWarrior Online besides me, so... Ooh, this is... I haven't looked, is a Warhawk. Warhawk indeed. That's a good pull. I don't have a Warhawk. Elementals ride on anything. Generally not a dasher, though. Those things are tiny. Fire Moth. Sorry, clanners. So there you go. Classic. Is it supposed to be Prime? Oh, Mastercard A. I don't know. Feels like Prime. It feels like Peeps missile rocket launcher. This is one of the scariest fucking mechs when it first came out. Like, it was scary. Because, I mean, fucking here you got a mech. You know what? I don't even... Hey, look, more light. Jesus, John. Why are you sitting here in the dark? There we go. Just realized I wouldn't have any lights. But yeah, so this has got a little more, little bits to clean up. But not too bad. Nothing too bad. But it was scary because ERPPCs were fucking frightening. And this thing had fucking 4 of them. And the ability to fire them and not, like, just explode into pieces. Boom. Solid scale with the elementals. You could see a bunch riding on him. You can really see the dust on this guy's base now. So I always dust bases before I paint them. But yeah, so good scale. I mean, because he's got the reverse triggered legs and everything. He's not as tall, but definitely looks much tinier. The Centurion is getting close to the height, but still looks dwarfed by it because of the length of this thing. Width kind of too. Just much bulkier. I like that. Let's grab the Orion. The Orion at this point is about the same height. They're very similar in height. Similar. He still feels a little chunkier, which is befits him as he is an assault, not a heavy. He looks much closer here. You see much closer comparison here. This thing's still bigger, but that says extra wide legs. I feel like they took those legs in a little bit, or did something with the arms to make them a little more look better, but boom. Very similar there. Let's grab Disboyo. Only 2 Intersphere mechs. Well, I could get up to 4. That'd be half of it, pretty much. Banshee. Banshee's a little more than a head taller, but and a bit bulkier overall, but that's close. Digging it, digging it. 2 more to go. Now, Banyan tried to claim any Timberwolves I get, but I laughed at him. Also, I've already got 3, so I don't really want to pull Timberwolf. There we go. That's what I'm motherfucking talking about. Do I need to say what it is? Do I? I don't. It's an Atlas. Fucking one of the most recognizable mechs. Good skulls ahead. That looks massive. Missile launchers. There's this from 6. Surprisingly, for everyone who doesn't know, this is the LRM-20. It looks like a 5 thing, but it fires 4 volleys of 5 missiles when it fires. That's in the book if you want to read the technical readout. I'm a nerd. Evil sensor there. Good detail. Yeah. Elementals. Out of the way, Peck. Definitely get crushed. The Wasp looks downright, again, waist height. Nowhere near as massive. Centurion getting closer in height, but man, that looks like a damn mismatch. Obviously, looks way smaller. Grab the Orion. Orion's smaller. Definitely much closer, but this thing is a bit wider. And look at this leg thickness. Holy crap. That's a difference. Arms. Yeah. Yeah. And then Banshee. Very similar size. The Atlas barely edging it out. If that. That just looks a tiny bit more massive. Might be perspective on it, but just looks a little bit more massive. The arms, the rounded arm shoulder pads definitely help change the look up. But no, super cool. No one ever upset pulling an Atlas, unless we're trying to make a light lance. And the last one. Interesting. Is that a Crusader? It is a Crusader. There we go. 5 and 4. Pleased. Pleased as punch to get a fairly even split again. This looks kind of weird bulky. But then again, I'm a Robotech guy, so, you know, it should look a little bit weird bulky. Head's a little squat. Arms with weapons underneath. The waist-mounted or hip-mounted fucking missiles is cool. The head fin that's become sort of like just, or, you know, used to be the laser on the Battletech. Now there. That's kind of weird. I guess those are just vents. Yeah, because there's the rockets there, missiles there, and there. Looks reasonably clean. Boom. Good solid scale there. You would never in a million years think that these two were based from the same source material, but they were. There you go, scale like about the same height, but he is just obviously a chunkier boy. Like, just so much more chunk. Now let's grab the Orion. So definitely similar there. He's got a similar chonkiness to the Orion. In fact, the forearms are definitely a bit more chonky. Legs are shorter but much chunkier. If anything, I think maybe he's like a tiny bit too small. Should be a little bit bigger, but I mean it's not bad. It's like a couple percent, not even like a big deal. But very similar in height. Matches up pretty well to that. Then, I mean, the Banshee is obviously way bigger. The funny thing is, look at this comparison even. Look at those SRM6s compared. You got yourself the tiny ones on the hip there and the giant one there, and then... So, those two match up much better. Like, if you were going to say, maybe there is a scale thing, because... if this was to match up with that, this thing would be just a little bit bigger. So, pretty close. But, obviously, Banshee, a much bigger mech, shows off in the size. And this guy, I like that it's kind of characteristically a little bit shorter. A little bit chunkier. That's cool. So, to go over again, we got ourselves a linebacker, clan heavy mech. Solid. Again, I think I prefer the MWO look a little bit better, especially the legs. The legs in this are a bit awkward, but not bad at all. We got ourselves a Black Lantern. Clan Super Fast Medium. Again, I think this is fine. Very similar. Again, the legs are just a little odd, but it does show some motion. I don't necessarily like the post, but that's a good place to put some foliage or whatever. But not a bad pull at all. The Battle Cobra, a 40-ton clan mech. That is Mr. Frowny now with the cockpit and then the frowny face. But not bad. Mech I'd never heard of before. I would say it looks like... I mean, it looks like it would have, like, 4 lasers, like 2 large and 2 mediums. It could be peeps, but probably that. Because I'm thinking 40 tons. The only other 40 tonner is a Viper, so imagine this is a slower mech that is more heavily armed. I mean, it is. It's about... Well, no, it's about the same speed as a linebacker. Linebacker's a 65 tonner. It's at 130, 390, so 6. Yeah, so that's about right. It's about Vulcan level speed in this thing. 2 large pulsars, 2 small pulsars, yeah. I would probably 2 large pulse lasers, 2 ER mediums, but I'm a purist. That's my MWO talking. Not bad at all. Again, medium. Then I'm just going to go through. We got the Marauder 2, our first Intersphere pull. Another one where I'm pretty even between this and the MWO look. Again, the only thing bad about this is the width of these with the arms there. You'd want something to make it look there. Arms are a little weird. Maybe bend this one out a little bit. Maybe I'll warm it up and heat it up. Bend it out a little bit so it looks... Because in essence what you would have is you would actually have a different joint here so that you could have the arms in different... You could do more interesting poses, but I like it. The autocannon looks good. Big and beefy. Definitely a prominent feature on it. The cockpit being a totally different style than a normal Marauder is super cool. Then we got a Orion Intersphere Heavy Mech. Again, solid look. I like the look of this better than the MWO look. The only downside is that this medium laser, that arm's going to need some cleaning there, and this AC-10 are similar size, or like a different look on the AC-10. I can even see, if you were into modding, cutting off the end of the barrel there, and cutting off this bit here with the flanges, and just putting the end here on the end, making it more stub-nosed, making it look different, considerably different than the laser here. That's going to need some cleaning too. But overall, not bad at all. Then we got ourselves a tiny little Arctic Cheetah, which I thought was a little big, but I like the look of it. I don't really have I haven't studied the Arctic Cheetah look at MWO, but I like this look. It's good. Jump jets visible. Some missiles on the arms, some lasers, some more lasers on the arms. This looks like it didn't totally form, but I think these are actually supposed to be machine guns. Just probably a little clean in there. I'll have to check with my magnifier on, but not bad at all. Then we got, to finish off our clan star, we got, you would never field the star together. Because this poor Masakari here, aka the Warhawk, is going to get left in the fucking dust. Being, 50% slower than the next 2 slowest mechs, which are these 2. And then this one's leaving the dust. And the Arctic Cheetah, good lord, I don't even know inherently how fast the Arctic Cheetah is. Let's find out. There it is. Arctic Cheetah. Yeah, Arctic Cheetah is between these guys and him for speed, so. God, how fast does a Black Lantern move? 55, what's that? So 110, 330, 385. 2, 4, 6, 7. Interesting. There you go. But he's also got a mask, so. But no, good. I like the missile launcher there. I like this look. I think it looks. They all look pretty similar between this and the NWO version. Super cool. Again, same problem where the hips are wide, so the arms definitely blend in a little bit. They'd be hard to move. This one might use a little bending out too, like the other one. But there's a clan star for us here, up here. Oh, just out of sight. Let's put it in sight. Clan star for us, and then 2 inner sphere, then an atlas. I mean, enough said, right? Looks good. Boom. And then to finish out our clan, our inner sphere lance, the Crusader. And more funny is I actually feel like this would not be a terrible lance. Like your chunkiness, so you'd have these guys are a little bit slower, but not so much. I mean, these guys are 4.6, these guys are 3.5, so they're going to keep up pretty well together. They're all, I mean, these two are good all-arounders. In fact, an Onion is basically like a mini Atlas. This guy's a little more fire supporting. This guy's a little more direct firing, but super cool. So, there you go. That is my box, my case of Clan Invasion models. Pleased, again, this is actually better than the first one I got. I don't know if I'm going to buy another one real soon, but if I do buy another one, I will definitely share it with you guys. I might start taking some and showing them off here or there, maybe on the stream or whatever, so... Thanks for hanging out with me for a half an hour while I ramble on about Battletech models. And, yeah, I'm pleased. I've been very pleased with the Battletech models in general. And I'm looking forward to their new Kickstarter later this year. So, again, thank you for dropping by, watching me live, Legion, or YouTube, or VOD, however you do it. So, thank you very much. And I will catch you guys next time. Out. Thank you.